don't know if we're actually.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
But, so you set up and move to where Watch Connor just like fucking dominate red with me every turn for like 10 turns and I die.
Yeah.
I got the Aurora playmat, and I got the cold foils of the belts already too. So I just
1 second, I'm not even sure this is live yet.
Yeah, I'm going to wait a little bit, but if you're holding on to that for future trades or sales.
Oh, yeah.
Also, will you send me the
This one's
strength? You know, never mind. It popped up immediately on YouTube.
Yes.
Oh, you can see me.
15.
Alright.
I don't care what you do, it doesn't matter.
Alright, everybody. Bear with us. Stream settings. Video settings. That's good. Alright. Let's see if
And make Victor the horse.
I showed up. I was at BH Philly, and my ground one had an altered Victor, and it just said Victor Gomez.
All right, so it is working.
Everything out, and they blacked out Victor.
It is working.
Just the horse. I loved it. It was hilarious.
Wow, that's actually pretty good quality. Not bad. So, maybe I'm in frame now. Thanks for joining us. This is going to be a top 4 stream from the ProQuest here at Misfits Games in Oswego. I unfortunately bombed the fuck out. I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm kind of dying right now, but I did test, and it was not COVID, thank goodness, otherwise I wouldn't be here. But that's okay, because we've got another Levia who is a face that you know and love from many a wins at this point. So
wait, that makes it easier for me to win, right?
If it couldn't be me, I'm very glad it's at least Pat, because he's a very talented Levia and racking up a lot of accolades, and he's crushing it today. So we are going to watch his top 4 game. I think he was 2nd seed or something. I forget. Yep. Versus Connor, who's stream should be dead. For people saying it's dead, it is completely live on YouTube on my end. Maybe just try refreshing is the unfortunate truth. Sometimes that's all it takes. Sometimes that's all it takes. So here we go. This side is Pat on Levia. This side is Connor on Azalea. And they played already in Swiss. And Pat did win.
Last time we played in Swiss and met in the top cut of a Pro Tour of a PQ, I won in Swiss and then you stomped me. I'm gonna though.
I'm on like a massive losing streak of matches that matter, so you're heavily
we take those. We take those every day.
All right, it's going to be backwards for you guys, but it looks good for stream. So this is up, this is down.
Okay. Works for me. Thank you.
Actually, maybe I can tighten this up a little bit.
I gotta do so much shuffling.
Make sure that Oreo Coke's out of frame.
No, we need new advertising for the Oreo Coke,
that stuff is nectar of the gods, man.
It is.
Chill.
I was at Walmart last night getting them, and I just like had them on me as I'm walking through the aisles, and there was a guy who goes, "Wait, they have Oreo Coke?" I'm like, "Yeah, they do." I told him where it is, and then I'm at the checkout, and one of the employees goes, "Oreo Coke?" I'm like, "Yeah, they have it here. Go get it."
I'm gonna send this to Brian so he can watch this. He loves coverage. He's an addict. He's a little addict. And I can complain about Siren's Phone again.
I was gonna say, can I bitch him out and I'm streaming?
Yeah, with 2 Levi's, he has to hear us out.
There are dozens of us.
Connor, I literally sent Ryan like 8 paragraphs of text about Silent Hill.
I read the whole
Was
thing.
he receptive or no?
Well, so I asked him, I was like, is it going to have a better effect to just make a public statement and like rant about this, or should I like try to structure it out and like send it to you, send it to a judge? Like, people actually, like, what has the
Well, what do
best
you want me to
outcome?
do? Like,
You know? No, just like hear me out. Like, what has the best outcome? Should I rant publicly like females, or should I like do something privately?
My advice is, I've known Brian for a long time. I don't think I've ever once changed his mind.
No, you're not going to.
Never once. I've tried for like 10 years and I've never once seen.
Brian baited me because I was talking to him about Silent Hill pulling non-block blues, and instead of saying whether or not it was like intended that way, he just said, "This is something you should raise to a judge." And I was like, "Oh, okay, man, that gives me hope. That gives me hope that like maybe this wasn't intended." So then I wrote to Josh, and it was definitely a lot of bitching on it, but it is ridiculous that Silent Hill
grab a
pull
non-block.
non-block blues, man. It's ridiculous. Connor knows the feeling. Connor, or not Connor, sorry, Pat knows the feeling.
Yeah, no, I also, for what it's worth, I looking back on it, I did misplay a little bit on the second Sirens call. It's still aggravating. It's still aggravating. But,
Focus up, folks. It's Azalea right now. Not that dirty Sirens all day.
Gotta imagine if Azalea hear my Sirens call. Alright, yeah, I'm going first, dog. Fuck, man. Let's see who gets to drive stuff home.
Yeah. Luckily, we have some space to run away.
Is it okay if I keep my tokens under the...
Oh, he's the one who's... No, I'd wait.
As long as I actually have desert face.
Perfect, yes.
He steps in. That is a good...
Sometimes these hands just like don't play themselves. You have to make a decision, dude. I hate it. It's so bad.
They'll be coming down here. He'll be coming down here. Yeah. They'll be coming down here.
Currently no go. Yep. I even have streamer back. Streamer.
Okay, so here's what you want to do. Attack him. Hopefully you kill him. Step back for 2 actions.
Move to Arsenal.
Step back for 2 actions. Or you can sacrifice his turn by just moving 3. Oh no, because then you have to move him.
That was your pack?
Yeah.
That was your pack?
But that's what
That's
you
pretty
want.
good.
Okay, second one.
I don't know, the poison balls are kind of hot right now.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, I don't know if they're
promises are all good
but
cards.
they are all good cards.
I like how we got nothing. So we don't have to fight Armada when we get out.
For now.
Alright, you
I'm gonna try these ones with
10?
Orcish crossbow, swing it. 3 to hit. 2 dice.
One hand. One.
He can use a melee, so might as well.
Ponder and inertia on it.
Yeah, you got
Damn, I wish that was a wager. Yo, I would take wager ponder any day of the week. It would be horrible if it was wager.
You're putting almost like 87.
1 to 2.
Not done blocking. Sure. I'm definitely blocking with those.
I might miss.
Oh, yeah.
Not the prime father.
Yeah, better
Mine,
than
sorry,
Slater.
friend of mine was in your arsenal, but I wanted to see if it was codex or rank.
And this guy, 2 actions to step back. You should. Well,
He's now also yellow.
Anyway.
okay.
Right.
Well, we're going to be getting some experience on that side too.
I hate it, but I make a might unblock. Sure. You got
Yeah.
Send Guardian. Sure.
I'll start with the James one. He's gonna knock on the door. Got it?
Yeah, well, no, I was looking for the other. Okay.
3 moves. 1, 2, 3.
I'm gonna put the cards down.
No, I definitely see John.
You both have
Let me find 2 more.
We're going yellow.
Maybe I just.
Okay. Oh, good.
So not in the end.
2 is all standard walkers activate.
I mean, I'm sending Guardian in. I'm just like hanging out.
Merity's at 1, and so is Nero. Good thing that wasn't cool. And what was
For
it?
7.
Let's see, one of us now more
Yeah. No cards left for it?
I've got 1 floating, nothing in hand. Nothing else. You effectively got the
Is
inertia
he the
on.
new
That's
That's
a
a
drill shot on me.
Technically, he's a necromancer.
You want to roll? You want to just
He was Einar's apprentice.
Sure, I'm glad that it's the 1 plus there.
Einar's a mage. And he's one of the heroes.
Alright.
He also is
Oh, but versus that.
And it's-
I'll take 1. You got it? That's right. That's right. Perfect. You got it. And you gave me 2 amplifying arrows?
Amplifying arrow and a blue bolt.
You got it. Go ahead.
Third action with the short sword. Open to kill.
Doesn't make sense.
Meriki, Barbarian. 2 dice.
Like color symbol, right?
You got it.
Those 2. Or
Take 5.
I can roll 4 dice and hope to get 2 5 plus. Which totally plus 1.
Is it face up or face down?
Face down.
Okay, so that should be.
I
Oh, no,
actually-
you opted. Yeah, I'm with that. Okay, I'm done.
1 action.
Yep. 7. No cards in hand. No cards in hand. We're gonna have an arsenal anyway.
So third action. Oh, and he never gave
Take 4.
never had to take. Neto. Actually, Neto's going to give it to himself so he that is also yeah. Cord.
Yep.
Yeah, he definitely does.
Alright, do you have a frailty by any chance? I do, so we can properly represent the game state for folks watching home. Beautiful. Love it. Thank you so much.
This was back in hand. I'll draw off a card at the top.
Yep.
Second action.
You got it.
Good, dude.
Simple man asking simple questions. You want to take 6 damage? I'll get it eventually.
Basically,
Yes.
you still have your actions.
No, I didn't. I was working with.
No, because they just moved over. I'm turn player
Did you? Oh, then why do I have the thing?
because we never turned it. Moved it. All right. As long as I'm turn player, we're safe. Third action. Oh my god. Oh, fourth action. Because I gave
Oh, it's just, okay, it's just for me.
We got 1 more. Yeah.
You got
2 total.
Wait, sorry. Once again,
8 dice I got.
I was just saying,
No,
it might be the other one, knowing what's going on.
Oh, no.
I'll take 2 from both.
Oh, no.
Yep. Finish this.
Thank you.
Well,
That was the
I
downside.
have
Why not just roll 6?
I got back from the
When you
walking
need 3 plus 6.
I'm only barely feeling okay now, but
Okay.
dude, it's
Another
I'll say that maybe.
cookout last week.
Oh, yeah.
1, 2.
Up top.
You got it.
I'm gonna have
Not
to
that it's
chill.
any better.
That's the save of 5 plus, right?
Yes.
Yep.
And I'm gonna have
Ups. Mm-hmm.
Lightning bolts.
something.
Give him a range of that.
And then 3, 4.
Up top.
Oh, yeah,
You got-
people in
What do you do for great answer? Yeah, so instead of my
Yeah, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah. As long as another abomination doesn't appear right ahead,
Yeah. Okay.
We're yelling now. This could be the abomination, the old abomination.
it could be.
All right. Well.
Well, if nothing else,
Take 11?
step, and then no.
So you can destroy Remorseless Fire too.
Yep. Guardian banishes itself.
Oh yeah.
Are we ready?
I'm not Guardian. Yeah. Murder beast, yeah.
Alright, go ahead, sir.
Yep.
Well, that's good. Free turn.
Shadow on horror. Take one from Remorseless.
Yep, you got 22.
Oh, that's not good.
Guys,
Is he still a 3 damage to kill?
the abomination.
That was two of them in the
So,
row.
yes.
The other one, and I know the
Anything
third
else you
one.
need to
There you go. This is 6 go again. I may play one of these. I don't have a very good
No,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
7 go again.
Cool. He appears. Cool. We're there now.
One floating. This is
Correct.
9 yards.
Yes.
He takes
Sorry.
personal
Everything.
Damage.
Yeah.
Dog, come on. Stop throwing so much damage.
Listen, I have 217 last time. You know what it is.
That was
Just rude.
there and there.
Yep.
That goes to.
Oh, second Azalea.
I swear.
3 more walkers. Not the worst. Well,
We can get away from the gods.
I don't know. This is all the games I've played that have been like real.
all right. So I am now a priority.
No bars.
You got it.
Yes.
7.
26.
I told Joe. That's
That ball. Yep. Take one.
I pissed off someone.
It's 9, isn't it?
Three. Yeah.
At least he's an abomination. We can just round that island and just leading him away.
I wasn't blind.
Oh, you were.
So he so spend 2.
Yep. Yep. Take 2. Nope.
Or we were.
I would actually. Oh yeah. I'm getting these guys, or you can set them
They're
out.
being watched by the public.
Take that.
I'd give him a second off and restart.
Real funny.
We got a lot of people that do it over.
I heard they were working on the background. We don't say that.
Here.
Anyone was best.
That's
Maybe they'll show up.
Top card.
Yeah.
What's you?
Yeah.
Oh, he's still here.
Yeah.
Search.
Shield.
Yeah.
One, two, three.
We were going to do.
I had 5.
Well, maybe or him.
Your knight.
I don't know.
Reload, but you already have the dealer.
Okay. Okay.
There's the options, the latest kind of things. That's what I know about it.
Heretick is gonna take this.
Yep.
That's what it is, yeah.
Oh my god.
That's so lucky.
And I get the Inferno spell.
7.
Great thing.
Dominic.
Alright, so 5 spears. 11.
Yeah, this is all.
Remember. Oh, that's a little not.
I mean, like, it was
Cool.
Right, then I can
3, 4. He's gonna step in.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to measure in response. So take 2. Yep.
So go back and deal with that.
I think it might as well.
Yes, you can.
I figured you had it, but I had to.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll play this
Yep.
This is for 7.
For 7, huh? That's so much damage. This property.
Damn.
We need to look for that. Oh, we need to put a back in the box itself.
1, 2, 3. Now that is it for zombie stuff.
Yep. So I'm gonna turn my pop. 4. Technically, I'm floating, but
Over there. That's the double set.
Assuming she follows all the rules of
4, 7. Yeah, you're right.
you got it. So move to the end of my turn. I'm going to stack the triggers such that Blood Debt triggers before Blood Rot.
Oh, sure.
Yep. So I'm going to take 2 from Blood Debt, banish 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Transform into Plasma Effect. And then I will take another 2 from Blood Debt.
I see your bench.
Love it.
Only one.
And it was in a foil. It was in a foil with just a tattoo. That's nuts.
I'll top that.
You got
Actually, you know what? That doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
Yep.
That's a really good one, yeah. Yeah, that's
Oh,
both of them really good.
Lotus. You have an extra action.
Okay, yep.
He's gonna step, he's gonna swing the basket. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Sure.
We got a lot of information.
I don't know what
I don't think it is.
Yeah, what we got though? I'm fine.
Yeah, see. Yep.
6.
Just raw.
6 dominant.
So, 3 actions left.
Jeez.
Step, search.
Break the chain.
You got it.
Heretick. And
How much are you
Yeah.
okay, I can't do that.
Very good.
Ghosts. No, the barbarian's getting all the stuff. That's good.
Yep.
But I search
Big
to
number,
get a
right?
free thing.
I thought there was a foil.
Codex, huh?
Go ahead.
They're not super.
But right now, it feels like we're trying to get one of every color. We have like 5 of them.
You guys have the art.
I need to do a big thing.
Okay, so.
5 Yoga.
Well, I should say maybe not three, one, search.
Lightning bolt.
Two, three. Hang on, we're cooking.
Watch 3, 2.
It's like the worst part about this because of there's like a building line now the thing other people do like
Tread. This is guaranteed.
I figured you'd have.
Yeah, that's why I'm waiting
I have more misses in here than I would like them to be completely honest.
people kind of organize themselves, you know what I mean?
I'll do the judge thing.
thank you.
I'll be super helpful.
Thank you, Ethan. Alright, we did it. We did it, chat.
You might want to rethink that.
8 go again, I have 1 floating.
Because you can't kill all 3 of them, so you're going to take some hits if you do. What about lightning bolt?
Only one die.
Only one there?
Only one die.
2, 5.
You got it.
Oh, it's just range. Okay.
8.
Well, you could start lightning bolting these guys over here. Range 3. So third edge.
It's top 4 right now.
So that makes me 4.5 technically. I count. That ball is half of this.
Three, four. He's already got 4 extra to get now. You gave him another one, 5 total.
Okay.
I'm good on
Right.
I can do the math. I posted it.
I
think this is actually one of my.
Get a load of us.
Experience. That's him.
And that also makes it so they don't charge you.
Number of those only actually matters for like
Search first.
the combat.
Yeah, that's straight.
I will move to the end of my turn. I will banish 6 cards from the top of my deck. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Now, you want to put that back as not see the space.
I do have those, so I can.
No, I meant that you can't play that.
Attack reaction.
No, I like.
That would
So if I did pop a loose, I'd be at 3. But before you popped off, I popped a loose.
I don't expect any arrow on that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was a blood rush turn. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You already got some reserves.
Who's the way to watch the first blood rush turn? The first one. Welcome to my life.
That's a low. That's 6. Because 4 from the.
At the end is, yeah.
No,
It's each. You got it. I'm gonna get back up. Yep. Yeah, discarding.
So, one down here.
Yep.
Thinking on saving.
You got it.
Let's go over here. 3.
Yep. Discard.
3 moves total.
It's a cool hand if I can spread it out, honestly. It's gonna be a dreadful 5. The odds of me missing are low, but they do exist.
The elimination. Unfortunately, Inferno does not.
5 go again.
Every single thing.
No, I mean, like, I think it's stats.
No, only this box.
Oh, that doesn't get the 5.
Yeah, you got a lot of cards. You might as well roll the first 3, see if you get one.
Yeah.
So you got one. You get 1 more. That's 3 and oh, Is it 5? So you're at 8. I'll take that extra shot. Everyone's in yellow except the name.
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah, you're actually better off that way.
So I'm going to roll
Roll
2.
2. It's 2 targets. One.
Well,
Go again.
the next card. Not bad.
Thank you.
4, 2, 2.
Well, yeah,
You do stuff. You do stuff to me. I didn't know any better. I'm trying to team.
But at least he has
I
blood.
think it's talking about a card.
He starts with bloodlust in blue.
I will banish 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Sure.
Oh, is that?
And your move, you boy.
Alright.
Good card though.
3 search.
Ability. All of the magic.
Yeah.
And it's him.
Now. Oh, what were you planning?
Yes. Put that on top. Yeah. Search.
I was going to suggest shooting there, but I can take care of this.
Yeah, you're
He
dead.
can do it. He doesn't blow. I won't be able to.
Sometimes he's there.
And if you want to do it, go ahead.
Up to you. You tell me.
I mean, I've got 11 and
I've got 16 and he's
10,
7.
16.
Do whatever you want.
You got.
Oh, look at that one shot.
Yep. You got it.
Worst case scenario.
In theory, it's supposed to go out here.
Yep.
Go chop him on.
Drop.
Wow.
3. That's
I don't understand what all the magic is. I shuffled that down. Well, not all the magic was done. You did get magic.
Still can miss. Theoretically, you can hit. Or it can hit. Nope. Alright. Or go in.
Yeah. Import the benefits. It's Deathgate. Which is a 2 die.
You got
5 to hit.
So no, yeah, I would come to 1 now. And so if you had range
hungry?
America's been.
There's gonna be 6.
Yes.
This is 3.
Yeah.
So it's going to be 7.
She now has 4 spells and 3 spells. Yeah.
Sorry about that. We started to
Regular abominations.
Arsenal. You got it. Arsenal pass. Sorry. Arsenal banish 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yep.
Surely I have critics in that, right?
Take it to me. I'm just trying
Regular
to.
necromancy aren't that bad. Once one spawns in, it's dead.
It's hard.
I would have the cards on that.
What?
I have no idea. Oh, you can shuffle your you must be your whole life.
5. Go again. Take 2. 5. Go again. I'm floating. Take 1. 10. Let's go.
You should have closed the chain when you had the blue dread screamer and the yellow hungry. That was your only mistake.
Wait, what? What is?
No, I'm dude. Like honestly, you played that incredible, both of you. When you have this, you should close the chain.
Oh, to get the miss in there and banish it. Yes.
But like,
No, you are 100% correct.
You
Yep.
played that. You also got some really good draws post flip.
Yes.
You navigated the entire game to that point perfectly. And Connor, you put in so much thought. It's incredible.
I thought I forgot about the blood. You can stack them with that. So I was like,
Oh, you.
nice,
So you
like,
thought I was like guaranteed?
I mean,
No.
my decisions didn't change on it before.
Yeah. No. I mean, you have to. There's no two ways about it. I don't know how I'm supposed to be.
No, you're
not.
Don't.
You don't be guardian.
That's
can never beat that.
Guardian is insane. All the people in the chat that are in the legal Levia are like, I don't understand that card.
No,
play a game like this. Play a game like this.
And like I didn't even have to use the guardian either, but just like the fact that it's just sitting there like staring you in the face, and you're just like I have to sequence everything around.
I mean, I'm never gonna be able to beat a blood rush.
No.
But if like Connor tries to eat damage to throw back into your guardian, you just lose like 2 different cycles faster. So like you just can't play into it. It's insane. Especially since you have Husk up for the flip, then you just get to actually sit on guardian.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise that's the opening. Is you end up using guardian like to protect the attack.
Exactly. Because the last time he beat me was he got me on the turn I flipped with a sedation shot. And I didn't. Sleep dart, yeah. And I didn't have enough. I won.
I copied the list in my phone and it doesn't play sleep dart anymore. And I was thinking, I was like, do I want one to like be able to like knock forward?
Are they done or are they still playing?
It's so awkward when we go on Arsenal and SFX and they used to
It's Azalea for the finals again. Come on, buddy.
You want to hear something interesting? The RTN one. You know who I played in the finals? Azalea. No, it wasn't Ron. I played another Azalea.
Bring it back home. Bring it back home. Come on.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Thanks, man.
All right, chat. That is huge props to Connor and Pat. I'm gonna go where it's quieter. Huge props to Connor and Pat for playing that game beautifully. I mean, talk about just razor thin decisions made by Connor especially. I think Connor knew he was in a pickle from the Guardian sitting there, but that's to the credit of Pat for playing that matchup perfectly. He did everything right, checked every box. Guardians and banished. Now all you need to do is flip with Husk up. That's all you have to do. Flip with Husk up, you checkmate the game at that point. It's exactly what he did. My one fear was if he milled both blood rushes after that first big push, he might have been a little bit short to close the game, but you know, we're running like the Wild Ride pulping package in that matchup, but he is also on Reckless instead of Iva Fidia. So in theory, he had extra close no matter what. But if he did mill double blood rush, it might have gotten into more of a back and forth where maybe Azalea lines up something with Release the Tensions or Remorseless, whatever would counter playing Guardian that could actually make it kind of tight. But when that doesn't line up, that kind of checkmate position is so hard for the Azalea to play through. Huge props to Connor for putting on a good show. Huge props to Pat for really being an incredible Levia player. It's a pleasure to watch him. And he will be against another Azalea in the finals. So we'll see if he can go 3-0 on the matchup today, because he beat one in Swiss, he beat Connor in Swiss. He just beat Connor in top 4, and then he's going to be against Robin in the finals, playing for the ProQuest invite. Robin did beat Ian, who was on New. So the other top 4 match, because it was only a 16-person event today, was New versus Azalea, and that was Pat's one loss in Swiss, was to the New. And he was super tilted after that matchup. Brian Gottlieb, I know you're watching, for the love but he doesn't have to face the New for the finals, which is exciting. So it'll be Levia versus Azalea all over again. We'll move back over to that setup because there was no glare, so that looked pretty good. Yeah.
New achievement unlocked. End the game with Fang Strike and Slither in my deck.
Hold up. That sounds like a story time, Ian. What's the story?
The story is we've ended the game with both Fang Strike and Slither in my deck.
Oh, wow.
We want a B-Strike value.
That is wild.
That was a nail-biter of the game.
I don't know anything about this matchup. Is it normally Azalea favored, or it's kind of tight?
I'd say it's slightly Azalea favored.
Interesting.
Yeah. I wouldn't say heavily in either way. The die roll is important. Azalea really wants first, and I really don't want Azalea to go first.
Oh, yeah, of course. That's a huge tipping point.
Being fourth seed on Azalea was not...
Right, yeah, because you'll never choose. That's true.
Never choose.
All right, well played to both. Robin, if you don't mind moving over here. Come on. Just play it cool. Play it cool.
You know, every decision I made in the game was to flip every single time.
You got Guardian and Banish on like turn 2, and it's just like, as long as you don't draw non-blocks, you will play the game exactly how you want.
No, I will.
Okay. No possession will happen after that? I just want you Okay, so
Listen, the judge is going to hear us no matter where we go.
well, the judge said okay. So, do you want to split the prizing so that second gets the gold foil, first gets the invite?
That is 6 dice.
And everything.
This is going to bite me in the ass, but I'm going to say no.
Okay, no?
I appreciate the offer. I've done it before, but I'm going to say no.
I think that prizing of these events is too heavily tough.
Yes, no, 100%. But also one of the things that will help me get to London is the gold foil, you know?
Sure.
And I'm sure it would help you get to London as well, so...
I just collect them.
Okay.
All right.
When you have a job that like makes you sad all the time, you use that money.
Oh,
Go pay for your travel.
I teach. I get to feed off the suffering of my students. It's wonderful. All right, there's one of these sleeves. It's about to split. Yep. Give me 1 moment.
The winner gets everything that was offered.
Yep.
So they get a gold foil, which is full foil, but golden rather than... It depends.
Sorry about that. I felt the sleeve splitting, so I had to investigate. And I will be going first.
Yeah.
I know you're shocked.
You sure will be going first.
I know you're incredibly shocked.
They're like 4. I got a real stinker. The highest would be like Snapdragon Scalers.
Hey, listen, I got an Anathos from the last ProQuest.
I got snaps once.
That's huge, yeah.
So far, I have a Dawn Blade.
It's pretty good.
A Mask of the Pouncing Lynx, and a Raggar of Inside.
Ooh, I'm jealous of the Rags. I play Kano, so...
I tried playing Kano, it's just not my favorite. I miss my soul there.
I did not.
Yeah, just watch, man. Alright, let's do it too.
Are these the stream devices?
Yes, they are.
Yeah, I can also help with that if you guys want.
Don't worry, we've already experienced an arrow for 17, so we've seen everything.
Dangerous.
That's pretty big.
Yeah, it was very big.
I think the biggest I've ever done is 21.
I'm sorry, you said what?
It takes a very specific hand to do 21, but it is possible.
Did you like dodge into?
Yeah, it's an amp arrow turn.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think the only way to do it is amp arrow, and like 4
You can dodge. If you balance your justice, draw into an extra card. Sure. You can like tunic a 1 cost and do 4
What
points.
is this card?
First.
The turn.
Yeah.
Really glad it wasn't as
Or still, I want to
very anticlimactic.
That's fair.
I've had some fun Azalea mirrors before. It's just a little annoying that it comes down to really who read in the ledgers more.
I mean,
times.
you could do what Brody and Michael did. Michael Fang did. and just before the game, just side out all of your Rendell Ledgers.
So he's gonna take.
Just like both of you show your opponent that you're taking out all 3 of your Rendell Ledgers, and you just play a game that way.
Yeah.
I think that's actually a significantly more interesting game. And you and like Azalea players, you can do that, right, Judge? Would that be like? Would that go against the rules? If
technically, there's nothing.
Okay.
Doing it pre.
Yeah, you're doing the
presentation. So.
Yeah. Okay. All right, let's do it to it. Thank you. You as well.
I don't know when they did that.
They did it before deck presentation.
Yeah.
But it is free to hit.
Long draw and dodge. All right.
That's it.
Alright. Me. Neto is going to give Ford an extra action. Wait. Oh. He's going to give Ford an extra action. He's going to step here. And. Actually, yeah. He's going to step there. He's going to go up and both players. We'll start here.
Now it's time to rock that extra activation because no one has gone to yellow yet.
Maybe.
3 wolves. 3 wolves.
Okay.
I'm blue. I'm blue.
Were we playing the original game here? The modern?
This is kind of how it's going forward. It's going
Freaking 12 zombies on the right. Second square.
double spawn.
Back to first square. You're in danger. Okay, that's nice. But that was a double spawn to draw one more.
You're in danger.
Yeah, alright. And then top of the square. That's all I'm going to say.
Carolyn?
That's not too
How do you want to do random?
Oh.
They're all.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Works for me. 5, 6.
Yes.
My expert attack has plus. My next attack action is plus.
Okay, so that was.
I will move to action.
Yes.
You have 10 this time?
The only one with the range attack is cord. It's here. No way to survive.
I will move 10.
No.
This is every game I played today. I've drawn in all pump hands every game today.
In response, make an agility.
You sure will.
Oh, Robin, no. Oh, this is sexy.
Where can we get these, Ethan?
Well, everyone's going to need it now that they know Levi is the best deck.
100%, my man.
I really needed to just send something last turn.
Boneyard, 6 with go again from the agility.
I was like, that was the beauty of it. Not allowing
You're short again?
That's why I did.
I would have taken it.
Because they're going to go 1, 2.
I was happy with my hand.
Yeah.
No blocks.
Take 6. Oh, that's wrong. 6. Oh, wrong one. Door. Ignore me, I'm not a math teacher. Oh. Nope. Nope. I realized a mistake.
Yep.
I cannot pitch this. Yep.
Because you have no.
I represented 1, and because this costs 2, I was like, oh, I need to, but I should have represented 2. That's on me.
Gotcha.
Is it acceptable to just take this back because it's in the pitch?
That was not revealed otherwise. Right?
No, no, sir.
4 higher?
5 higher.
Let me just check one
Yep.
thing.
I believe that's.
Yep.
Spawns.
All right.
This one's going third.
Oh, sorry to make that huge. One more. One run.
One root.
One more.
Just a warning.
Okay, first one. So 8.
Almost had a perfect vortex. Alright.
I'll take it.
You got it. I will move to Arsenal.
I actually think I'm going to give Raider an extra action for no. I'm going to take 2 swings with short swing.
Your glide path is red.
3 swings with short swing. Because that doesn't take an action. 1. Take out a 1. Alright.
Okay.
American.
No.
You got it.
So that's
3, 6, 9, 14.
Take out the dice.
Heavy.
Okay.
Right.
Second action. 1. She gets fancy melee at red.
Battle range.
Battle range also red.
Oh, no.
Nope, barbarian. That's fine. But I did take out 1, so where did it? Alright, so third action. So there were
3 wolves. You got rid of
Activate
2.
Azalea.
And
And we'll start making the stone.
Oh my god! 13 you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, 13, yep.
Okay, so there were 3 on her turn.
Zangar, they got that trash.
Yep.
He attacked. You got rid of it.
No, Zangar did not attack. It was Netta.
No reactions.
No attack?
He gave him the extra action, and he attacked 3 times as short, so we took 1 out.
Okay, so I got 1.
So 2 wolves in him.
Give me those tokens. I have earned them by saying no blocks.
Second attack.
Unless I already special him.
She should have killed the second one.
Arsenal.
Okay. Now you're down to
That's
this.
good.
2 dice. Third action.
Got it.
Oh,
What?
okay. I don't have any damage to people. So, Dank
I'll do this.
here.
I'll
And I'm going to roll for a couple of perfect rolls. That's not a perfect roll. I need a perfect roll. Now we restart.
Yeah, because you're going to die.
Yep.
Okay. Well,
At least it happened early.
yep. So here's these back. And that.
Oh, that's good.
And that. And those.
Yeah, that was done.
Foregoing. Three cards in hand, 1 Arsenal.
Maybe we shouldn't have jumped it down this far quite so soon. We did have all of the actions.
Yeah, well.
Could have
I would, I
raided over here and shot place into that square.
could have.
I didn't think about it in time.
Foregoing.
Where were your other 2 people?
Here and here.
Okay.
He was occupied.
Yeah.
I'll block you.
Kick it.
In theory, he could have moved twice and swing, but
I think you were dead.
we might very well have.
There will be exactly 1 card that suits.
Okay.
Sure.
So-
I'll roll for the card that's face.
You got, actually, I have a D4 if you want to do that. Yeah, right here. Yep, you got it.
A runner?
I'm Number 3 stays. Swing big.
Good stuff.
We hit these.
Move on. Move it. Second.
What was it?
Boneyard, Blood Rush, and Wrecker are the correction.
10.
Yup.
Yeah, try to keep them in some sort of formation so we know exactly where they're at. No,
Break.
it's done.
On attack deck? Yep.
Next one. Oh, goody. Wasn't on the last time.
Oh, intervention. Love it.
What we have is 2 offers.
Block 6.
Take 4.
Awesome stuff.
Move to end. I'll take 2 from the blood rat. Words.
Magneto.
The arsenal, and it is your turn.
Step over. Get ready for next. Mariki does not have any really good targets, but we'll be backing her up anyway, so she can move in and start
Meditate.
And
4
response
For 10.
for a whole 10 smackers.
All three.
Okay, something's got to happen.
This is 1, 2.
That was her. I did.
Again, you can't go up to the runner.
No, I'm considering who I wanted to not only give an extra action. Probably one of your melee guys to go in there.
I think I'm going to send one to look at it anyway, so before we start, that'll be out probably.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send one here and one up there. It doesn't matter which one.
Consideration. If I give it to him, you could step 1, 2, 3 and take a swing with no swing. So I think I'll do that. And this guy, you can take 1, 2 and swing at him. Or you can shoot. Might be better to shoot with the archer and then see what happens. Alright. So yeah, Knight is going to get the extra action from Knight. I do have Dangle left. He's just going to step 1, 2 and switch. And you can start.
Okay, so we'll go out. 1, 2, 3, swing. I get it. I get it. I start.
Archer, step, shoot.
I will return.
Or you want to just try and take it?
Block 7. Create a minor block.
In response to intimidate. Rain resist.
You got it.
Yeah.
Take.
Go actions. Snapdragons.
So that's 12. Watch 7. Take 5.
That's right. And that's your left.
Goes back to hand. I also I get a ponder.
Yes, you do.
You can have him take the X, you can have him switch.
I will tunic. Death dealer. Load. Draw. 6.
I should go see him like this orange sky disgusting.
Can you see his world card?
Block 6.
Sure.
So,
So he's interesting because when he gets started,
Ponder draw.
you gotta get
I'm sorry, Arsenal decision.
Thought you'd
he
arsenal.
does extra.
That's what I thought was the case.
extra
but
damage
I
when he's
realized-
in.
For more knowledge he has.
Yep.
Combine it with regeneration. At the end of every turn, not round, turn, he heals all damage.
My pops.
At the end of each
Call the
game
grave.
round.
Okay, that's right. Still, he heals all damage.
All
Ready?
wounds. Wow. That is awesome.
Or, basically, any weapon he heals is into 3 damage.
honestly,
I almost need more supercharge with him.
3 melee action with super strength. Frenzy with regeneration, I don't think is as good as it sounds.
7. Possible go again.
Because you have to take the damage every round to get the extra boost from Frenzy. But either free melee action with regeneration or free melee action with super strength. Or sprint. Sprint would
We
be
have
really good too,
6
to
cards.
get into combat.
So you want just D6
Yeah,
one?
he's a tough choice all the way around.
1 through 6.
Alright,
3.
And granted, Otto also can get. He can also get
Three.
strength at red.
5. 1,
He
2,
also
3.
gets ironclad blue possible.
Ironclad root sounds good. Let's see.
Basically,
7 goes.
blue damage.
Oh, okay. Oh, that definitely makes me root sound.
1 floater.
Or shove. Shove is really good.
Yeah, so he's also a tough choice too.
But okay, so that was all you.
Wait, no, I don't even go.
Okay, Bolt. Yeah, you moved the
Take
knee.
one.
Right, I know. So you get, yes, it's all me. It's all me.
Go ahead. Sure.
After that, I'll see what they want.
Alright, spawns.
After this.
You got a thing more than 2 now.
Trouble, John.
Yeah.
Trouble.
Try the pyramid. Yep.
Oh my god.
After this. Look.
Well, we have this whole island area to
Release the
strengthen, so
tension. Take aim.
I can spend 2
14.
actions to get out of it.
14, huh?
At least we're not drawing the blue combination cards.
Yeah.
Why couldn't you use that? The necro come.
Bullsums.
Nothing.
Well, I wonder what your archer's going to do this time.
You said 14?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Fred does not. I'm kidding. Yes, I know what he's
Oh,
doing.
1, 2.
Still, he's got to come to me anyway.
Alright. You are done.
Alright, so let's do him first.
So, I see you've got some
Perfect.
Yep. Okay.
You did your job.
Yep.
Perfect.
Take 5.
I think we'll have your iron. Oh, come on.
Here. In the venture, I have a ponder that I'll just trigger.
Yeah, you get plenty of knowledge. Well, your purpose is kind of over.
I'm going to search on this chart. Actually, no. That's what she has in. Yes, it's just, yes, and I know it's more dice, more active, just a flies, it goes in more dice before. But I'd rather have.
I will take 2
Still a
damage.
damage.
Transform the plasma effect. And banish the top 2 cards in my deck.
So that was number 2.
I never. So.
Those are face down.
They are face down.
Mayor, can I actually for
Go
him?
I'm going to give him an extra action.
Go 1, 2,
2 step. I'm actually going to have him roll
Okay.
Infecting shot.
We're not yellow. And 3 freaking dice.
That's my chance. That's gonna matter in this game,
And
probably.
then I also did that so he still has line of sight.
Yeah, they're back there, but here's the problem. 1, 2, 3.
No, we'll deal with that in a minute. I just have to look for success. Oh, here. No, yeah,
How much limited did you put for the? A bunch of them here, so. So you have a little.
That was
exactly what I wanted.
well, there's a purpose to it. Because they are going to get to him this turn, But next turn,
11
you
dominate.
get to them.
Alright. Block
So,
4,
I'm gonna
6, take
have-
5.
What am I doing? Great ass.
2 more blood rods.
3 blood.
No,
So kind of.
Alright. So X do that.
I do have a might on
That was one.
so 1, I'm calculating. 2, 3, 1, 2,
Double plunger.
can't do anything with that, but anyway. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
You got
You make one swing. Bear in mind, looking back to it.
America's gonna search.
might pops.
It's the speed.
Wild right. 7.
Right, but it does need target line of sight.
Yeah. 2, 4, 6.
She's gonna cast laser.
Hit driven.
Not.
7 go again.
She can use me if she wants.
She's going to cast
I
speed
have 1 flare.
on 4.
So it takes 1, 2.
Because that is an they immediately perform an attack. And then she's gonna step out for her.
Isn't that casting the third action?
It does not say it requires an action.
Okay.
Then cord. 1, 2, 3.
Of course. These are my playable cards, except the Huskins. And I didn't do block with Huskins.
People always ask that, and it's like, if we
I-
could, Levi would have LL'd by now.
100%.
Like, oh, so you play you play Hellhammer again? Like,
God, oh my god, that would be so good.
that would be
Down here.
That's the card they released.
While this is in your advantage zone, you may block with this.
Boomerang or boomerang.
4 walkers.
Okay.
Take 1.
Enough people to come down that way.
It's going to be 3 going.
I love the blue stuff.
Okay, that's not bad.
Alright,
Alright, so, well, this might work out with War Machine.
Cord's gonna start swinging.
War Machine,
Okay.
Two actions.
We're gonna give the extra action.
Well, I do that to deal on his.
Okay, never mind.
3 go again.
Well, I'm saying is if you want. If you decide now, you can complicate colors for a swing if you need.
Actually, that is the same. She only has 3 cards, and he has 6 cards.
You just need the one
Statistically, I should have 3 cards. You're right. I'm actually going to have that over first. And I'm going to do the action to where at least so she can get it on the
okay.
6.
I think I played
the swing. 3 times with the short sword.
all 3 of those guys.
And miss 3 times. Good job. Cord is going to swing twice. 2 actions with a sword. Hold for 4.
Is that really
1.
it's perfect.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have a D10 if you want. 1 to 10.
Perfect roll.
Or sorry, 0 through 9.
We got this, Cord.
6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, well, we can
Finish.
absorb 3 damage.
0 through 8. 0. And then I have a
American is
1, 3.
going to move 2.
That's kind of why I was wondering, maybe you should have
1,
given
2.
the cord step one more time. Because you got us to help you out with the zombies down there.
Yeah, I should have done that. Or we'll take 1 more swing.
Look at that.
You got move to the end of my turn. I will take 6 from blood rods. And then I will banish 3 cards to blood.
Wolves are brutal.
They are.
3 activations.
Same with this guy.
And it's like. Would not be in range to do anything. his purpose is to take out these two pipes.
See, you go here and then come to us. Because even though there's targets there too,
Check your banish
you make
again.
no more.
I'm pretty sure I remember there not being any go again.
There's no go again on my banish. I have to draw it off the top.
I think my only path to victory is you drawing a hand that has to roll scabs and you roll a 1.
I was gonna say, you're never out of it.
Yep.
Oh.
What is the blood up?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Thank you for letting me retract that, right?
Hey, you have speed.
American
It was
Indian
definitely-
You got it.
Yeah. So look at that.
Yep.
3 full swings.
Shadow Realm Horde.
3 full swings.
Do you know what the text on that card says?
I sure do.
All right, wonderful.
How many misses do you have?
4 out of 9.
All right. I've had bad luck all day.
It's
Can I
better, it's
spirit
better
read
odds than
this?
rolling scabs.
Can I spirit read this?
Marginally so.
Yes.
Huh.
All right, there's 9 in here.
Come to think of it, it might
0,
be
3.
better to trade the great
I want to
axe
roll this.
to-
This is.
Yep. This is a Michael Hamilton rolling scabs for you.
Tell you what, why don't you give
1.
Don't reveal them. Just pull them to the side.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold on, I have a D8.
Perfect.
Because with the barbarian, it's basically
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes.
And then just 1 through 7 reroll on it.
there's 2.
7. All right.
You want me to root? Flip
One
them
at a
all
time.
once,
One at a time.
Okay.
All right.
Looking
that-
good.
Connection.
Oh. Let's
Just
go. No. Let's go. 7 go again. 1 floating.
But
Second
I don't think it has one.
oh, that's it. Third action. Okay, that's it.
We
Take one.
head over the door now, but we're still.
Theoretically, you could. I guess I'd just lose either way. So, should I get some more of those misses out of my deck? 9. Actually, no. It could be 6. Could be 6. There's a world. Yeah. 1 through 6.
Please be 6. Please be 6. Please be 6. Please be 6. And don't have a balloon hand. Don't have a balloon hand.
5.
Yeah, with the great axe, you might be able to take out both of them.
These 2. Hold on. I have a D4.
One.
Right there. Yep. 1. One at a time?
Yep.
Oh.
All right. Well, it's.
And you have an
Oh
interaction.
Hey, listen. 3 out of 6 has like 10% odds to
Back
miss.
in the room and get ready to
About
start.
6. And I die.
Good game. Very good game.
Good game.
Oh, sweating that one. Oh, man.
That's right.
5 more points for Levia.
Let's go!
Let's go. But well played, Robin, especially with that awful
Okay.
start.
The fact that you were like dead on board when I didn't
Yeah.
play the game in
Yeah.
turn 1.
Yeah, no. You came back so hard there. The triple blood run, I was like, I can't block all of that. That's rude. Yeah, no. Oh, man.
All right. That's 5 points for Levia. Let's go.
Gotta say hello for the day you've been having, Jose. Still having a decent showing for the.
Yeah.
How is it? That's so below expectations.
Listen, the deck is so good.
I've played 5 games today, and all 5 games I drew an all-pump hand.
That is wild. But to be fair, that's why you're in finals and I'm not. I would have just thrown the record.
Nope.
But you just
I
turned
was
them.
like, when you sent the terror, I was like, oh, maybe you'll send it to try to push damage, and I'll just like send the
Honestly,
full block.
if I had drawn a swing big, I would have. But I had 3. I had Wrecker Realm
All right.
and a Blood Dead attack in hand.
Are you opening your gold foil or you're selling it?
Fuck yeah, I'm opening my gold
Oh,
foil.
hell yeah. All right.
Let's
Stream
go.
stays on then. We're going to watch
Of
the
course I'm
opening.
opening my gold foil.
It's going to be a Hexagore.
Yo, if it's a Hexagore,
You gotta-
I'm gonna go.
You got to
wild.
get ready because claws are going.
I still want to. I
You're going
can
way
still
too
play
fast.
with a claw, you
Those
know.
aren't going this season.
All Probably not.
Probably
I
not
think
this
by the
season.
end of the year with the callings.
Yes.
Maybe after RTA in February.
That's all of everybody.
All right. Show it off. Show it off. Show it off. Dude, that Blanche Matt.
It's so good.
That's
It's
so
This art
good.
is
Let's see
great.
it, Robin.
Okay.
That is such good
Beautiful.
art. Mark,
Actually, you want to get one together?
We're yelling now.
All right, let's get one together.
Do you want to pick? Does the store want a picture at all?
Yeah, we'll do it out there once.
Okay.
nice. Oh, I'm not taking pictures. This
No,
is
no,
just a
I
live
was just putting it on the stream. Yeah.
Try to get on here in my civic steps log.
Ah, yeah, let's do it.
Alright. Here.
Want to do it?
Yeah.
On here? Yeah.
We'll do it in frame down here.
All right. Oh wow, the seal was not on there. All right. Come on. Wait. Oh, wait. They wanted to make sure it was. Yeah. They wanted to make sure it didn't get damaged at all.
That's a dust cover.
Right?
The moisture protection.
Unfortunately, what is for is game. I know. This is
Oh, come on.
Unfortunately.
No. All right, you've got it open the right way. So there you go.
All right. Everybody ready?
Let's see it. Let's see it.
Oh.
Wait, that's the one I got at this store last year. Dude, that's cursed. That's cursed. Oh no. That's literally the same one I got here. That's wild.
Whatever.
I tried.
You gave me the silken
Why
form lock.
Yeah, that's true. We have seen a ton of them.
You can't win with Levia here unless you want a silken form.
I guess so. Yeah.
Wow, that's insane. Do you want to talk through your deck list live?
Yes. Yu-Gi-Oh style deck.
Yeah,
let's
let's
go.
do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
People are asking in chat, so let's just get let's get it right now.
Let's do it right here.
Yeah.
Do you want the match or anything? Or?
Yeah, if you want to do it.
I'll get in front of you. We can take questions from the chat.
They want to grab a quick picture out.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, sorry.
Yeah,
Robin. Oh, of you as well.
Yeah.
I'll
So give us
entertain.
like 5 minutes, and then I'll do
I'll entertain the chat.
Yeah.
Do you want the black play now? In the picture?
Just hold up our heroes. It's fine. Bring your Levia.
All right, so don't tune out, people. Pat is going to do a live deck tech for us, Yu-Gi-Oh style, baby, which is my favorite. So if you hold on for like 5 minutes, he's going to come back and take in victory lap photos and all that, and he'll do the deck tech live right now. There have been 2 Levia wins this weekend already. One of them was literally copy-paste my build from a player in Australia. I don't know his real name, but he's in the Discord. And it came out lightning fast, like literally first ProQuest in the world almost. He won on Levia. Literally 1 for 1 of the list that there's like over 1,000 comments about in illegal Levia. So go ahead and check out the Discord if you want any tips and stuff like that about that build. This build is maybe like 3 cards different or so. Pat and I, talked about it throughout the day, and he is a Scabs believer, not a Hooves truther. So he is still on Scabs. He's also on Reckless.
I don't think you can do that.
And 1 Red Graveling Growl are like the main differences that you're going to see. But we'll let Pat take it away. He's back. So stick around if you want the deck tech. I'm going to get set up for that right now, and we'll take your questions live.
I don't know. If we just do a drive through or something, that's fine. Unless you just want to.
I have like random small bag of chips.
Tearlim, I was like,
Sorry, excuse me, Robin.
Discord. I was like, do I send the Tearlim for Graveyard?
No, that was so smart because I would not have done that. But we can talk about that.
I used to send record ROMs for Graveyard,
Yeah.
but we don't have to do that with Tearlim. It's so good.
So my initial thought was to pitch the tear to throw the wrecker, because even if you discard the Diabolic, right, like that's Shadowrun Horde.
100%, yeah.
That was my initial thought. But then as soon as you did that, going first into Azalea, it's like you're punching for the ceiling of going first.
I have to.
Which is Graveyard Fill and the Azalea breaks.
Yeah,
And
like
that's
I
literally-
have to do that.
Yeah.
It's finals, man. What do you want?
All right. So here we
All
go.
right.
All right. Hopefully the volume is okay. There's a fan going on.
I can be so loud. Do not worry. Here, let me turn this fan off.
Unless you have an alternative idea.
Almost.
All right, so we're gonna do a live deck tech Yu-Gi-Oh style, and
Hell
we do
yeah.
have the chat pulled up for your questions. But otherwise, it's kind of gonna be Pat's moment to shine. You've seen him on the channel before when we had that insane RTN season where I think like 10 of us across the world won.
Yeah, in like a single week.
Pat was one of them. Yeah, it was like
Yep.
one weekend where we all just won.
And then like nobody. I don't think anybody won on the fly again. Yeah. All right. So
deck textile, face the cards towards towards us.
Not really a lot of explanation on consumed. Obviously, these are just my fancy tokens. If you don't know where to get these, subscribe to Mansand's Patreon.
That's right.
There's also, I don't know if you're not on the Patreon, he's got another cool token coming out. Hopefully soon. Hey.
Don't you know it?
So yeah.
All right.
Those are just my fancy tokens.
So
I wanted to show 'em off.
just so people know, people in chat were asking, this is not a true. There's.
No. Yep. You get this from the Monarch Blitz deck. That's how you get this. When I first started the game, I was interested in Levia. This was like just after Uprising, so she wasn't that good. But I still got the Blitz deck just because like I wanted a bunch of the cards. So turns out I got paid off for my past decision. So yeah, that's how you get that. There's no Marvel Levia yet, Brian.
I know, right?
LSS, come on, give us a Marvel hero.
She would look insane with
God.
the new cold foil treatment
I would
because
love
of
that.
the depth of how her art is, right? I'm
be
looking forward
so
to it
cool.
at some point. I actually really thought she might be one of the anime heroes at Worlds. Like she's literally primed for it, so kind of a missed opportunity.
Didn't somebody do an anime Levia?
Oh, I'm sure. Well, I'm sure, but we're talking official. Like
No. I know. I'm just like I'm 99% sure somebody in the league
plus one action.
like did fan art of an anime Levia.
Most likely.
It was pretty cool. So
there we go. That's all the tokens you need. And now, this is something interesting because when I rocked up at this ProQuest, I literally took out every single piece of equipment that was anti-Kano because there's no Kano players here.
And see, I didn't know. I'm from 3 hours away.
There's let's actually scoot everything over that way because there's some really bad glare right here.
I don't want to knock that over. Are we good?
Maybe. Okay, yeah, that'll work. Just don't put a card right here.
Okay, yeah, can do. I can. Is this still in frame back here?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
We're seeing the playmat basically.
So nothing super fancy in here. I did enjoy the Scabbies and the Hooves. Scabbies came in clutch in both of my Azalea games to just have that extra block value that you wouldn't have on Hooves. I actually didn't roll Scabbies all day, which is kind of weird for me.
That is wild for you.
I'm not afraid of rolling Scabs. Scabs are plus EV, but I never needed to.
Well, you do the math on it, right? Like you're only ever taking lines that are literally based on a chart that you have posted in the League of Levia.
It's not a chart. It's a tutorial. I teach math. I don't do charts. I do tutorials. I teach you how to do it yourself, and then I set you out into the world to go terrorize other people. So yeah, I'm going to be completely honest with you. If there's no Kano in your area, these are just wasted slots. Skullhorn, argument for Skullhorn being a wasted slot if there's no Kano.
Those are the same thing.
But
so there was a Verdance in the room. Did you scout out that it was combo Verdance, where these are actually playable?
I heard that it was combo Verdance.
Okay.
I'm not the most afraid of combo Verdance, just because we can present so much damage. Like, against Enigma, I went 18 into 10 into 19 into 21. Right? Like, we have that capability to, sure, gain your 2 life. I don't care.
Sure.
We have the capability to just absolutely dump damage. So, if I had known they were combo, I would have brought these in. But just going into the matchup blind, I probably would have gone.
Yeah, because you're not running the null ring gloves.
I'm not on gloves, right? I hedged my bets against that, just because if I really wanted to, I could bring these in.
That's fair. That's actually quite smart, I think.
Yeah.
If you are hedging, maybe Grass, Spoiled Skull,
Yeah, exactly.
and Hooves, or would you roll Scabs?
I would bring Hooves, just because, right? You need sort of just that one turn to really push things over and kind of end the game. And they don't have a lot that you want to block, right? So it's a question of do I bring Scabs and Gamblers? But I said that I probably wasn't going to be rolling a lot, so I didn't bring Gamblers.
Sweet. So then the other big question, Savage Sash versus Husk. Obviously, we saw you on stream with Azalea, where you're always choosing Husk. What matchups did Sash pull its weight for today? Because you were on Pulpit and Wild Rides.
Sash actually didn't do anything at all today. I brought it in against Enigma, but I had a turn that was sequenced in my head where I had 2 blue dreads, a blue, some random blue, some random yellow, Howl from Beyond, and Deep-Rooted Evil in my banish. And the turn that I had planned in my head was play Howl, Crack Sash. Deadwood, the first blue dread costs 1, and then because in my head the first blue dread costs 1, the second one would also cost 1. And then the Deep-Rooted would have cost 2. Fortunately, I caught myself before I made that play. Savage Sash pulls its weight. There are plenty of instances where you want Savage Sash, and certainly into Enigma or
even the hard aggro, right? Like Aurora.
Yeah, definitely Aurora. Or I go back and forth with Florian and KO on Savage Sash, just because, like, obviously against KO, this just says I'm blanking one of your attacks, and that's great. But sometimes this says I get an extra chain link or 2, and the math in KO is so tight, the margins are so thin that, like, +4 block, +6 damage.
I think for me, the tipping point in the KO matchup is: are you running the 2-cost disruption pieces? Because if you're running like weakest links or CNCs, then Sash is huge to pull off like those 3 wide turns. Because KO also has to value block from hand, so they're going to look to just I'm going to cash in a 3 block now. They're not necessarily always primed to block the chain ender. If they're smarter, of course, they will play it that way. But Sash is still kind of the getcha card for really making like 3 chain link wide hit effects actually line up.
Yep.
Sweet. So that was the main equipment. Anything you would change?
Like I said, if you know that there's not going to be a Kano, these come out. Honestly, this probably comes out. There's an argument to running this into Verdance, especially because I'm not on Null Rune gloves. Because like this just never pops. Like I just never crack this. It's just AB2 the entire game. And obviously, like, that taxes your resources a little bit more, but that's fine. Outside of that, I was happy with everything. I mean, I didn't see a Rune Blade, but there were Rune Blades floating around, so this didn't come in. But certainly it does pull its weight. And I've been testing this against Aurora, actually, to be able to send more damage. Oh, sorry about that.
Yep, you stole my die. That's okay.
That's fine. You stole my heart. But yeah. I'm happy. These, like I said, if there's no wizards, other than that, everything's set.
So the Arcane Lantern, are you running this for Vincent and Vis specifically? Are you on my strat? Or have you
I am on your strat. I tried 2 magic strat of Spoiled Skull, and it's just like it doesn't do it. Like as much as
you need flesh bag.
As much as I miss the second claw, and I posted this in the Discord. It's actually kind of free to be able to be like, oh, I don't have this second attack, so I'm just going to block instead of trying to keep that extra card, so I'm not short on resources for the full 3 wide. It's a really nice just mental release to just be like, nope, here's some extra value. I'm going to accept that my blood rush is 2, maybe 3 wide instead of 3, maybe 4.
Right, and when you have to block a little harder because of Succumb, it's also 100%. Just unlocking blood rush hands that can play off like being 4 or 3 and really firing off.
Exactly.
Sweet. All right, that was a quick. Show us the main deck.
Yep. I'm going to organize things. All right, cool.
Any questions in chat as well?
Or
so far, someone just said, "Dude, sounds so fun in chat." Not a question. They're just.
I appreciate it. I try to be entertaining. I have to entertain people for a living, otherwise they don't pay attention. All right. I'm just gonna kind of.
You're gonna make Nervash mad because he does not understand how to use this card. That's okay.
Do you want a secret? I don't use it either. I use this blocks 3 and its power is 6 or greater. Sometimes it wins clashes. That's what I use this for right now. That was actually.
That's all you need it for. It blocks 3, and then if it's the card you need to win, then it's already where it needs to be.
I was actually coming into this. I was like, okay, the next step, I need to learn how to like properly pitch stack these.
There we go. The double recursion suite.
The Hungering Demigon. I brought because one of my locals is on Bolton, and I got absolutely ramrodded by him last night. And it just like, it put the fear of God in me, and I was like, you know what, if the 80th card is what loses me the tournament, then something else went wrong, so this will be my 80th card just in case.
Bolton has been so tough, I'm almost considering running 2.
Oh my god.
This card is so good.
I have honestly, I have yet to resolve one against them, just because like, 1, I don't have that many games into Bolton, and 2, in the games I have played, I just like, I saw a call like when it was too late to actually take the tempo loss to play it.
Well, that's the thing. Like, this one is good from hand as well.
Correct. I just like didn't see it.
Right.
There's no real order to this. I'm just kind of putting cards out. I mean, a lot of the list is what you would expect. I guess the one thing I would comment on. So I mean, that's why the Hungering's there. The one thing I would comment on is having the Singleton Red Graveling. It's actually kind of in there over the Ghostly, just because I think that with enough of your Shadow Realm horror hands, just the Graveling will get more value than the Ghostly, especially for how quick the matchups are. Where you want Ghostly, I mean, there are plenty of games where I just don't see a way to get the Ghostly into Graveyard or into Banish. You just don't have time. So I took the percentage hit on that one. I said if it bites me, then it bites me. If it doesn't, then we're happy. Where are my Unworldlies? Here they are.
This is the lowest rarity Levia deck I've ever seen. This hurts my soul.
I'm trying.
This is like 10% effort. It's not enough.
Okay, listen. I am a teacher. I do not make enough to get full rainbow foil Levia. I would love to get full rainbow foil stamped Levia. I've been trying to, but God forbid I find that. You want to give me some cold foil Diabolics there, bud?
What do they go for? Like 500 piece?
Probably significantly more than I can afford.
Tell you what, I definitely wouldn't trade one for a Silken Form. So.
Stab right through the heart. Remember when I said I loved you, Ethan? Take that back. I also hedged a bet on the single Sen packing. I'm going to take the words right out of Ethan's mouth and say that you see enough cards in a normal game that running these one-ofs, right, the one-of and the Sen packing, this actually locked me for top 4. Right, running all of these one-ofs, you're gonna see them eventually. So I ultimately didn't actually send Sen packing, it was just a yellow. But certainly playing against 2 Azaleas makes it pretty worth in terms of value, I think, just to be able to have a
reds up front,
beautiful,
yellows. I'll do some pans.
What do you want to do for the multicolor cards?
Yeah, so let's just do like a row of reds.
Okay, so all of the I'm with it. Yeah.
I'll pan through it and then
perfect. Can the camera see that?
Well, I'm gonna.
Okay, yeah. So here's these. So yeah, this is the recursion package right here. Call the Grave is a busted as hell card. I love it. Give us more effects like that. LSS, please make Levia better. Shadow Realm Horror pulled its weight all day, as you would expect. Pulping was, pulping was pretty good. It allowed me to secure early damage in my Swiss game against Azalea. And just obviously that graveyard fill, like, if you see pulping on turn 0, it's one of the best things you can see because you can still push damage while not allowing your opponent enough time or enough opportunity to mulligan cards out of them. Those are really the tech choices. So
right. So the main thing I'm also seeing, there's been a lot of discussion in the league about ever even cutting the red Gravelings. A lot of people are so tied to what is still relatively a nascent combo, which is just hitting red Graveling with Shadow Realm, and how insanely powerful a 2-card 14 is. So I do understand wanting to keep at least 1, because that ceiling is right? It's like, what ceiling can we push for? So I do like that you still included 1 here, because what I have been doing that count into the Diabolics, so that way you've got flexible resource cards on the cards that are otherwise conditionally playable. But I think this split is really smart. Would you still run 3 Diabolic? Because that's the other thing that people complain about a little bit, because you're on the 1 tear 3 diabolic split, which is from the changes version 2.
Yeah, I mean,
deck list.
it's fine. Trust me, there are a lot of fans where I go, oh damn, I wish my blue's blocked. But it's ultimately, I think what Diabolic offers to the list, the consistency it offers to the list, and certainly if you're in the league chat, you may have seen the super slick play against New of like, here I'm gonna block with a 6, and then oh look, my Diabolic's blocked for 6. I have an extra husk. That is very strong. I think that Diabolic is a very well designed card. I would not go down to 2. Actually, last night when I was looking at putting I into the list, it was either this or an I. I opted for the 3rd Diabolic. I'm happy with my choice, personally.
Yeah. So in terms of how you're sideboarding, are you kind of on, the camera's not focusing, but are you on kind of like 56 card core and then like a bit of a swap board?
Yes.
Is it like
So let me do this. Let me pull my core together so everybody can get a sense of what comes in and out.
Oh, you're also on the one writhing still from
Yes,
the original deck tech, which I'm a super big fan of. Like, the amount of testing games of just stealing wins with writhing has been insane.
Well,
like, in person, I feel like it doesn't come up as much, but when I spam games on Talishar,
Yeah.
I feel like I win a massive majority of
When I
games.
spam games on Talishar, I learned that Talishar's RNG hates me. That's what I learned. So this is really the sideboard in terms of cards. Let me condense this a little bit.
Yep. I'm going to try flipping the camera because it's not focusing. There we go. There we go.
Obviously, the Hungering comes in against Light Heroes. Otherwise, it can be literally anything you want. Writhing, I would bring in against slower matches, just because it blocks 3 and it's an extra banisher, and those slower matches want to block really efficiently, and this is just another way to say, no, actually. I don't know if any of you have ever thrown like a Howl into Unworldly into like Writhing because they just didn't apply pressure. It feels so good.
Yeah, into the Earth decks as well. I found that Dominate puts in a lot of work.
And obviously we can't run the Pulpings because they're on like a minimum 6 D reacts. I played against a Florian that was on 15 D reacts. Maybe want to main board Burdens of the Past. I don't bring this in against aggro matchups just because it doesn't give me my second AP. It's a banisher. I love that it forces damage, but you just need that extra AP. You need to be able to go wider and wider. And that's where the Pulpings come in, right? The Pulpings come in to just push extra damage. I've played around with Pulpings into OTK Florian just as a way to graveyard fill.
Oh, sure.
Obviously, like mid-game, if you draw a Pulping and that's like your entire hand, you cry and take Blood Debt. But Pulping isn't in the list for that. Pulping's in the list to draw it on turn 0, or draw it on turn like 0, 1, 2, 3, right? One of those early turns where you don't mind if they get that value off a D-React.
I will say, in your finals game versus Azalea, there was also a turn cycle where you had Dread, blue in hand, and a Wild Ride in Arsenal. And the line that I'm like instantly gunning for because of my time with Ballbreaker is to lead with Dread Screamer, pitch blue, then the Wild Ride from Arsenal, pitch blue, into a weapon swing. You opted for one of your blues was Call to the Grave, so you searched the Guardian to get that and try to hit one more banish. But what I was tracking when you made that play was, it's a little bit off because you called the Grave to shuffle, but the card that you did draw on top was a blue Dread Screamer. So in theory, if you went for Dread into Wild Ride into Claw, it just would not work. So that's where the Pulpings carry insane weight in those types of play lines where you're presenting like 15 and the go again isn't really integral. It's basically already at a point in the turn where you've presented 6. And then if your opponent gives 2 more cards to say, I don't take a claw swing, like, you majorly win. But Wild Ride is where that line slacks a little bit. So, yeah, Pulping very, very strong into any decks that aren't playing D-Reacts. Like, man, this card is just, it is so good right now.
I do want to comment on that line you were talking about. Just in the Azalea matchup, and I was saying this to Ethan between rounds, against Connor in top 4. as soon as I got that Guardian into Banish, every decision I made from that point on was to flip with Husk up.
Yep.
If I took more damage because I had to take a suboptimal line, I don't care. I had, what, 7 cards banished? If I have Husk and Guardian, Azalea can't do anything to you. Like, even if she just decides to go, here's a red in the ledger for 14, you go, cool. Here's a piece of armor I have left. Here's my Husk. I will pitch a card to Guardian, and that's 14 with 1 card from hand. So that's why I prioritized the Call of the Grave in that game, because I knew that was my last turn that I could banish. I knew that no matter what, the next turn, no matter what happened, I needed to take damage to get me into blood debt range, block as much as I could, and then flip. Because if I didn't do it there, I was losing the game.
Yeah, there was actually a world as well where you play Dread and you miss with like a Call, Guardian, and Husk. Or not Husk, Fleshbag. And then you would have flipped, actually, with Guardian up. So it was actually kind of like...
I was at because I was at 3 blood debt and 20 life. So if I
you're still at 20.
Guardian would have put me at 4, which would have put me to 16, which is pretty sketchy. So yeah, that's sending the Dread there was super inefficient. But I had the Wild Ride in Arsenal for another EP, and it was my chance to get Guardian into the Banish Zone. Yeah, I wanted to throw this on camera when Robin said that they thought it was a little Azalea favorite. I was like, really? This is Azalea favorite?
Yeah. Well, so you're even if you don't roll Scabs, that's been like the one other tech card that I've been wanting to bring in just for the Azalea matchup. Because, good God, like the extra block, the Battle Worn 2 on Scabs alone for those weird turns where they're just like dominating a 5 is so much better than like what Hose is doing for you in that matchup. 100%. So yeah, you literally are like, you choosing to go first is like 10% in your favor. This being in your list is another like 30% in your favor. You playing it the way you play it is like 50% in your favor, and then you have Scabs. It's like 80% to win. With how you have the list.
As you all saw, it's still a tough matchup.
It is,
don't get me wrong. You still
right.
have to be the better player.
Yeah.
But I am less scared of the matchup than I used to be. It used to feel like a pretty coin flippy matchup. Now, it's not my favorite matchup. You can still just get absolutely dominated and high rolled, but you have a lot more agency here.
Yeah, choosing in Top Cut is also massive for that. Like, to fight for your top seed, so that you can choose is huge, knowing that there's 2 Azaleas in the bracket. So walk us through real quick, what was your run today?
So I was up against a Teklo round 1 who like turn 4 pitched their Singularity away, and I went, oh, okay, this is a free matchup.
Yep.
And the funny thing was they completed Voltron like a turn later or something. Round 2 was against
that was the Count Your Blessings Teklo, right?
No, it was not. It was the other Teklo.
Oh, there were 2 Teklos.
There were 2 Teklos. The round 2 was against an Enigma who like turn 3 established. Turn 3 went Chi Mirror Guy into Phantasmaplasm, take Blood Rush out of your hand. I was like, oh, cool, great. But then I was able to sequence with Hooves.
With Hooves?
So with Hooves, you need 1 turn, right? You need that big turn to push over everything. Once you clear their board, and here's the thing, right? If you clear their board and they give you cards in hand, you pretty much win the game immediately. Like, on the spot, you win the game. They're now on the back foot. If you clear their board and they just take damage and they keep cards in hand, cool, great. Thank you for taking a bunch of damage. Like, we're still advancing our game plan. You need that 1 turn with Hooves.
Preach.
So
people don't listen to me, but that's what I've been saying.
Maybe they'll listen to me. Maybe they'll listen to both of us. Against Enigma, I used Hose to set up an 18 damage turn, ripped tempo. Unfortunately, I only had like 10 after that, but I had Howl established, so I was able to like Howl into something else.
This is the other best card in the deck.
It's so good.
These 2 cards, who knew?
Howl is such a good card.
I'm also a huge Ghostly fan right now, but
I need to play more with it, but we'll see. That's, like I said, that's what I have the red Graveling for. And then I did a 19 damage turn off a Shadow Realm Banish into a 21 damage Blood Rush turn to just end the game on the spot. Round 2. They decided to race me. Don't race Levia as Enigma. Round 3 was actually against the guy I played in top 4, Connor. It was a close match. But I flipped with a bunch of cards in Banish. Was able to put enough pressure that I got him into Reckless range. And the funny thing was, he actually printed my deck list and brought it with him. So I know that he didn't check it because I had a Reckless in my deck list. So I ended up setting up the Reckless. He went to 2. He sent an attack. I went, I'll block with my Blood Rush. Reckless, choose one of my 3/6s to discard. Love Reckless. I hate not having it in the list. Just because, like, it just ends the game. It closes games sometimes.
Well, no, here's the secret. Not putting Reckless in the public deck text is a psyop. I also ran Reckless today. That's the whole point. Like, people think, oh, you're not on Reckless. No, but actually I am on Reckless. That's the psyop.
Yeah. And then round 4 was against New. It was just for seeding. I got aggressive with my banishes just because I was like, you know what, I would love to put these cards in banish for a plasma flip if I get there. And got absolutely blown out because of it. But like the game also didn't matter. So
Name the card. Name this shameful, awful card.
I blocked with a red Graveling and a Diabolic.
No. Siren's Call.
We're getting to
Siren's Call. Okay.
Let me tell my story.
Sure.
This is our story. Maybe our last chance to tell it. Come on. So they just in the top 15 cards they saw 2 bonds and 2 Siren's Calls. And I racked up a bunch of blood debt. I had like 11 or 12, and I was at 23 life. I could have flipped to Plasma Fed with like 12 cards in banish. And it was like turn 5 or 6, so I had plenty of cards in deck. I just like, even though New has a bunch of no blocks, they were at like 30 life or something. I wasn't killing them in time with Plasma Fed. I was just going to burn myself out, so I said I need to play for a redeemed flip. And then they started. The next turn, I had 2 Unworldlies in hand. I blocked with 1 because I was angling to Arsenal a Swing Big, play a 2 cost from hand, Arsenal a Swing Big, and then they Siren's Called and they ripped the other. They ripped the other Unworldly out of my hand, and I was left with a Swing Big and a yellow Hungering, which of course doesn't banish, and I just died on the spot. So that didn't matter. Fortunately, the Azalea beat them. In
that's
top 4. So.
That's huge. Like bless Robin's heart.
I'm not on Snag. I took them out of my list. Yeah. And theoretically, the new matchup is super winnable. Like the fact that they turbo you to Blood Debt and you can just go, oh, here's like a turn 2 Plasma Fed. Give me tempo.
Well, that's what Shade is. Look, people don't understand how to play this card. In the new matchup, it's like free to play this card.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's just a question of like, do you see it in time, or like, does it get discarded?
Yeah, can you abuse the fact that Blood Debt's getting hella ramped? It's normally some combination of getting like recursion pieces and banish for free, which is nice. Plus like Shade and Abuse, Doomsday. But that matchup also can just be a 0 agency matchup if they play Siren's Calls like back to back.
I think I had one decision I could have made differently, which was blocking with the Swing Big instead of the first Unworldly.
There aren't many decisions to be made with Siren's Call.
No, 100%.
Like
there are no decisions to be made with Siren's Call. Brian,
like what are you going to do? You're going to like block with your blue and then be like, sweet, I'm going to like not have a turn now just to play around Siren's Call? Like, no, you have to just always not put them on Siren's Call, and then they're going to have it anyway, and then they're going to pull your non-block, and you just get destroyed. It's ridiculous.
That's the deck. Any questions?
No, that was... So in chat, we've got about 80 people watching the deck tech, which is good. People are just saying they like listening to you, so that's great.
You can get me on cast.
You want to cast? Is that what you said?
Oh, hell yeah, I want to cast.
Really? Oh.
Get me on cast, dude.
All right, well, you're talking to the right guy for the lower circuit. I don't control the LSS decisions.
I don't care. Get me on cast.
Brian is in the chat.
Brian, put me, you know me. Actually, I don't know if I should say that. I don't know if he likes me, but you know me. I'm a local. Put me on cast. Come on.
There we go. So you got a box. Shout out to Misfit for the prizing. You got the playmat. You got the same gold foil as me, which is hilarious because now Dromai is actually LL'd. I was already salty about it last time.
I mean, a gold foil is a gold foil. You know, I can't be too mad.
Yeah. But there we go, everybody. That's gonna be it. Was a fun day, even though I'm so out of it. It was awesome to see.
Ethan actually did win a case of Oreo flavored Coke.
Oh yeah, check it out. Sponsored by Oreo Coke.
I don't know if you're allowed to say that. This is delicious. If you like Coke and you like Oreos, get it. It's absolutely delicious.
It is. This one's mine right here. 10 out of 10. But anyway, any shout outs, Pat, before we sign off?
I want to thank my mom. I want to thank the academy. I want to thank my agent. No, honestly, my locals are super chill. If you're ever in the 518 area, hit us up. everybody I test with, everybody on my team, Team Try Shot, go Try Shot. Yeah, those are my shoutouts.
All right, and for once, I will accept that you beat a Runaways just because I am Team Levia first.
There we go.
Runaways second. So with
There we
that,
go.
we'll sign off, everybody. But that's 5 more points. That is 10 total in 1 day of ProQuest so far.
Oh, did somebody else win?
Oh yeah, like the first ProQuest in Australia was
Hell
my
yeah.
build 1-to-1. So
Nice.
you know, I'm
Solid,
enjoying that
yeah,
one. But there we go. The league has a lot to learn this season. For the first 2 weeks, should be great for us. And then once Dio comes out, we're all going to be a little sad. But that's okay. All right, if you want to be like Pat, play this list and watch this video. And I don't know, be healthy. Drink Coke.
I'm
Oreo Coke.
Heretic in the Discord. DM me if you
Heretic
have any
on the
questions,
Discord, that's
or
right.
Ping me, yeah.